Hello friends, hope you are all doing good. In this video, let's try to understand what are all the advantages and disadvantages of living in a large society. When I say a large society, it consists of more than 100 flats or villas or houses are available to live in a group where they share common amenities and things like that. So, first let us see what the advantages are. Number one is the common amenities which they can enjoy as a group, which will not be affordable if they had been staying in an individual house. There is the swimming pool, badminton courts, common areas, clubhouse, gym facilities, and other common parks, children's play area, senior citizens park, pet park for that matter. So many amenities which are well maintained for the people to enjoy if they are living in a society. Many a time, if a person is living in an individual house, if there is an issue with the house like a plumbing issue, or it requires an electrician's help, that person has to contact the any known electrician or a plumber, wait for him on the scheduled time and then do it. But if you are living in a society, there is an on-call electrician, plumber, carpenter or housekeeping staff available to take care of any issue in your flat or house if and when it occurs. So just a call and a few minutes later the issue can be fixed and addressed. Number 3 is communal living. When I say communal living, if you are staying in an individual house, all your celebrations are your own. But if you are living in a community, in a gated community, in a society, there is joint celebration. There is grand celebration of all the festival, grand celebration of Ganesh Puja, Deepavali, Dashera, Navratri or Christmas, New Year. So everyone gets together and does it in a large scale, which you are also part of, which is like your own family function. Isn't that amazing? Number 4 is interaction with like-minded persons. The advantage of living in a gated community or a large society is that you will find like-minded individuals. Kids will get kids of their own age to play with in the common play area in a safe environment. Elders, senior citizens will get other senior citizens with whom they can interact with, spend time with, and have a good life. People who are interested in playing badminton get together and play badminton in the society's badminton court. People who are interested in chess play chess together. So it sort of is a interaction with kind of like-minded individuals. Number 5, because of economies of scale. When I say economies of scale, if there are some 100 families or 200 families in one particular area, they can afford to get in-house facilities like trainers, like a swimming coach or a person who trains in chess or someone who teaches the kids fine arts like dance, music, other things in-house. Kids need not travel outside the society to pursue any kind of habits, or for that matter adults too. They can pursue their hobbies being in the society itself. Not only that, many societies have supermarkets, ATMs, creche facilities inside the society premises. Some have schools as well. That makes it so convenient to stay in a gated community. Number 6 is safety and security. If you are living in an individual house, the safety and security of your house and also your family is on to you. But if you are in a gated community, there is a strong security personnel deployed who takes care of the society's security and safety. So you are in a safe environment. Number 7, clean and organized environment. When I say clean and organized, the garden is well taken care of, the lawns are manicured, housekeeping staff cleans the society every day, everything is clean, neat, organized. So you get to live in a place which is well organized, clean, and free from any kind of mess. Number 8 is peaceful and calm environment. Many times, because of availability of large open areas, large parks, manicured gardens, and other common amenities, the environment in the society is calm and free of any kind of noise and pollution. That is a very big advantage to think of if you are living in a bustling city. We have covered the advantages. Is it all rosy and cozy? No. Let's see the disadvantages of living in a large society. Number 1, limited interaction with people outside the society. Many societies have supermarkets, shopping complexes, schools, and having people working from home. People don't interact with anyone outside the society. So you are sort of becoming like a frog in a well. You are in a sort of closed environment with very rare and limited interaction with the outside world, which I feel sometimes is not so good. Number 2, many times, because you live in a safe and secure and clean environment, you are not susceptible to any kind of dangers, which sort of lowers your immunity. Think over it, you will understand. Number 3, not everyone is in for joint celebrations. There might be people who do not want to be part of some sort of celebration. Suppose I'm not interested in celebrations going on and I have something else to attend to in my house, but because everyone else in the society is celebrating for a common get together, the disturbances because of which might irk me a little. I'll be a little disturbed by that. That is one thing which you cannot avoid if you are living in a society. Number 4, because you have all these amenities, so much of maintenance, so much of like common things which are being taken care by someone else for you, you have to pay a high maintenance charge and enjoy those particular amenities or not. This sometimes might become a problem if you are a loner and if you do not want or if you do not have the time to enjoy all the amenities. Number 5, this is a very common issue if you are living in a high-rise flats, high-rise apartment. There are apartments which more than 20 floors or so, where you have to depend on lift to take you down or up to your flat, and waiting for the lift takes you ages. You lose considerable amount of time waiting for lift, which if you are a very busy individual matters a lot. Number 6, sometimes if there are common walls between two flats, the disturbances happening in the other flat might affect you as well. Like if there are some renovations going on, or for that matter they are just drilling a nail in their walls, peaceful life is disturbed by the constant noise which comes from the other flats. It also sometimes there might be smokers in the flat above or below you. You will have to inhale the smoke from their habits. Fighting in other flats, you will have to listen to that as well. So there are so many things which, though not in your flat, is happening in the other flat, you get disturbed a lot. Running, for that matter, people are running around on the flat above you. You will be constantly hearing the thump 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 sound from the above flat. One more thing, if you are living in a society, you will have to adhere to very strict rules. You have to adhere to the rules imposed by the society governing body for you to stay in the society, which may not always be favorable to you. The last one is the long commute to come outside the society. Because these communities are so big and so vast, it will take you so much time just to get out of the community and come outside to the outside world. Many times you will not have an option other than to use your vehicle to come out of the society. Walking would be too far. With that, I conclude this comparison. So Let me know in the comments what are all the other advantages or disadvantages which you feel are there if you are a part of a society or if you are not a part of a society. Society meaning a gated community, especially in a city like Bangalore. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel.